Hey YouTube, what's up? It's your boy Sean here again from Sean's Rabbitry and Aquaponic Produce, and we're back with another rabbit farming video for you guys. And today we're talking about another one of the common mistakes that people make when starting to rear rabbits, and that is not having enough cages. So stay tuned, we'll be back with more on this right after the intro. Okay guys, so we're back, and like I said earlier, today we're talking a bit about starting off rearing rabbits and not having enough cages. So this is going to be a quick one, but it's something that we need to touch on because it's a very common thing that I see. People always call me saying that they have X amount of rabbits and they don't have enough space and they need to build more cages, you know, and this is something that should have been planned for from the beginning. Now, if you saw last week's video, you would have seen where we spoke about having a breeding plan. Now, if you haven't seen last week's video, then you should definitely go and check that one out. I'll leave the link in the description below so you can check that out and then come and have a look at this one. Okay, but if you saw that video, then you know that we spoke about having a breeding plan. Very simply put, a breeding plan is how often you are going to rebreed your does, and that will determine the number of litters you're going to get per year from each doe. Now, in a commercial breeding system like ours, we utilize a 2-week breed back. So that's 2 weeks after kindling, the doe is rebred. Now, to some people this may seem a bit harsh, but that is actually the normal thing when it comes to commercial production anywhere in the world. Now, I don't recommend such an intensive breeding program for everyone because, of course, the nutrition of the does is key in a system like that. Remember, in most cases, they're going to be pregnant again while still lactating and nursing the current litter. So you definitely have to be on top of your game where the nutrition is concerned. So it's not a system that's designed for everyone. Now, in that system where we are doing a 2-week breed back system after kindle, it means that each doe is going to give us 8 litters per year approximately. So we have to plan well in advance and multiply that figure by the number of does that we have for breeding to help us determine how many cages we're going to need to have. Now, I'm going to take it down really small for just the backyard farmer, the person who just has a couple of rabbits, or even the homesteader. So, for example, let's say you're just starting out and you have 1 buck, 1 doe as breeders. So at the very least, you're going to start with 2 cages, but that's not going to be enough. You have to take into consideration continuity. So you're also going to cater for a replacement doe or does, but let's keep it simple, a replacement doe and a replacement buck that you're going to be raising while you have your current pair breeding. So already you're at 4 cages. So most pet and homestead breeders, they tend to rest their does a lot. So let's say you bred your doe today, she would take approximately 30 to 32 days to kindle. That's about a month, to keep it simple. Then most persons will let the doe nurse that litter for another month before weaning, and then they would rest the doe for a month before being rebred. So you're looking at a 3-month span per litter. That means you're gonna have 4 litters per year from 1 doe. Let's average that each litter will be approximately 6 kits. So you need to take into consideration now cages for grow out. After you wean those rabbits from the doe, you need to have additional cages now to house them until they reach to the age that you're going to sell or cull at. Now, cage size is important. right? When you're growing out wieners, you need to keep a minimum of 1 square foot per wiener. So to keep it simple, all our cages are 2 feet by 2 feet. So a 2 foot by 2 foot cage will give you 4 square feet. So you can easily house 4 wieners per cage. So if you had a litter of 6, then you're going to need at least 2 of those 2 by 2 cages, or you can have 1 2 by 4 compartment cage so that you can house the entire litter at once. So you see you've had 2 cages for your breeding pair, you have 2 cages for your replacement pair, and we are now looking at 2 cages to grow out your litter. So you're already at 6 cages. Now if you're keeping it as simple as I said here, where 1 month gestation, 1 month lactation, 1 month rest, you're looking at 3 months. That's 4 litters per year. So it means then that you would be able to get by with your 6 cages, because by the time your second litter comes around, that first litter will already be a little older than 3 months. And 3 months, let's say 12 weeks approximately, that's the perfect age at which we sell, cull, and do all that good stuff. Right? If you're dealing with meat production, that's the ideal time to cull. Right? You don't want to cull old rabbits. Some people even cull earlier than that. I've seen a lot of research out there where people cull at 8 weeks, approximately 4 to 4.5 pounds live weight. We tend to aim for more of a 5 to 6 pound live weight, so that after processing you end up with roughly 3 or 3 point something pounds of meat. Okay, if you're selling to the pet market, that means you're selling them as wieners, then you're gonna have a faster turnover and you'll be able to get by with just your 6 cages. So if you intend to have multiple breeding does, then you can simply multiply that by the number of does that you're gonna have. So if you have 2 does, then you need to have at least 12 cages, 3 does, 18 cages, and so on and so forth. Right? It may seem like a lot of cages at the beginning, but trust me, you're going to quickly run out of space if you have dependable breeding rabbits. You're going to end up in a position where you have litters ready to wean and no cages to put them in. So guys, keep that in mind. So with that same application, you too can, extrapolate and have an idea of how many rabbits you're going to be able, on average, because nothing is guaranteed, right? On average, how many rabbits you're going to be able to sell per year or per cycle, depending on your breeding plan. So with that simple example there, with 1 doe, 4 litters, approximately 6 kits per litter, if all survive, you're looking at average 24 rabbits to sell from that pair. So you see how quickly, if you decided to keep any of those rabbits for future breeders, then you have to add the additional cage space to cater for them as well. So all of that going to be part of your plan. You're going to determine before you begin how many rabbits you're going to be keeping as replacement does and bucks, or additional does and bucks if you intend to increase the number of breeders you have, and you cater for the extra cages and multiply forward by the number of does. So if you had 2 does in that example, you would have 48 rabbits approximately at the end of the year. If you had 3, then that means at the end of the year, if everything went according to plan, you would have 72 rabbits to sell. So guys, as fast as you increase the number of breeding does you have, you see how quickly the number increases in terms of how many grow-out cages you need to have to cater for those rabbits. So definitely guys, think about that. If you didn't get everything that I said, please just look over the video, watch it a second time, see if you grasp it, get pen and pad, make some notes, and analyze your present situation and work it forward, so you will have a better idea how many cages you need to cater for your operation. Okay, so guys, I'm going to leave it there for today. All right, this was a quick one. I think it was simple enough, because a lot of people have been telling me that they don't have enough cages, they run out of space, they don't know what to do with their rabbits, they can't sell them fast enough and things like that. And we know that sales has been a bit slow throughout this whole lockdown period here, but now that things are starting to loosen up a bit, we may see a surge in sales, both live rabbits as well as meat. So guys, prepare for that, start planning, plan your work and work the plan, and definitely you will have a successful operation. So guys, thanks for tuning in, thanks for being with us. If it's your first time here, then definitely you need to hit the subscribe button, right, and make sure you hit that little bell to turn on notifications so you will know whenever we release new content. Tune in next week for a brand new rabbit farming video. I'm not sure what the topic will be as yet. I'll probably drop a short hint on Instagram sometime this week, so if you guys don't follow us on Instagram as well, do so now. I'll leave the link to our Instagram in the description below. Okay, so Sean Austin, Sean's Rabbitry and Aquaponic produce, on behalf of my business partner Sean McLean, we look forward to seeing you in the next video. Peace.